Hey everybody, this is Geoff with Dateline Digital Printing, and I'd like to show you the crop tool in Acrobat. I've got a PDF here that is an 8.5 by 11 inch PDF with a card that is centered on this page. The card is actually 7 by 10, which will be printed and folded down to 7 by 5 or 5 by 7. And for the example here, I want to crop this so I don't have all this extraneous white information around the edges when I look at my PDF. So I'm going to go into Tools, Advanced Editing, and select the Crop tool. That changes my arrow to a crosshair, which allows me to click and drag on the page to select a range to crop to. Now when you're cropping, you are eliminating all the information outside the box and retaining the information inside the box. I can also click and drag on the edges of this box if I want to sort of fine-tune it, but if I really want to fine-tune it, simply clicking Enter and bringing up this Crop Pages dialog box allows me to really fine-tune the dimensions of my crop. You'll see my page size is currently 7.186 by 10.129. Well, that's not what I want. I want 7 by 10. And while that's close, it's not right. So I'm going to go into my margin controls here and specifically change the margins for top, bottom, left, and right to reflect the size that they're supposed to be. In this case, it's 1/2 inch on the top and bottom, 3/4 on the left and right. And you'll see that has changed my crop page size to 7 by 10, which is exactly what I need. If I were to click Set to 0, which I will, you'll notice that the box on the right sort of disappears. It's actually gone all the way out to the edges, but my margins are now 0, which yields a full 8.5 by 11 sheet size, which is not a crop at all. But I can also revert to the selection that I originally had to get back to the somewhat crazy dimensions I had before. So I'm going to change these back. Oops. Hopefully I'm going to change these back. And you'll note here I now have my 7 by 10 cropped page size again. If this were a multi-page PDF, which it is not, I could select all pages. I could select only certain pages, like 3 to 5, to be cropped. Or I could apply the crop to a subset of that range, such as even and odd pages, which would not be a subset, it would be the entire range, or only even pages, or only odd pages. In this case, everything's good, so I'm going to click OK. You'll note that my white margins no longer exist. I have a cropped page that is in fact 7 by 10 and is exactly what I'm looking for. But let's say that I've made a mistake here and the image, the resulting image is not quite the right crop. The good news is I haven't actually lost any information. If I go back up to the Document menu and select Cropped Pages or Crop Pages, or Command-Shift-T will get you the same place. It's going to bring this dialog box back up, and you'll note that my crop information still exists. If I hit Set to 0 here, and OK, you'll see that all the information is still there, and I haven't actually lost anything by using the crop tool. That's really handy, and that the fact that it's non-destructive is very handy because it allows you to make even temporary crops where you crop something to print it out and then you can go right back to the full page when you're done. Another way to get to that crop dialog box is to, with the crop tool selected, simply double click anywhere on the page. And so for this example, I want to make just a 5 by 7, just the front side of the card. Doing that, this actually is reading incorrectly down here, which is unfortunate for this example, but this is in fact a 5 by 7 section of the card that I've cropped out. If I were to save this and come back to it later, as you would imagine, since it's non-destructive, I could set this back to 0 after it's saved, click OK, and have all the information retained. So that's the extremely handy crop tool. And as always, if you're looking for more information, just go to datelinedigital.com.